Good morning. How are you lot? First video for a while because I've made a couple of attempts to get down here, but I've been really quite poorly. And yes, nothing to do with COVID-19, but my own ailments have been coming back. And the other day I tried to come down here, but I had to call the cavalry come pick me up and take me home. But so I've been sort of like stuck, really, basically indoors in bed. This has nothing to do with the lockdown or anything like that. And it wasn't until yesterday afternoon that I was well enough to get up and go out for get my daily walk, which was a very small walk. But I want to know. I live in a small village, and there's about 900 people here, and I've lived here for over 30 years. And if you live in a small village or something, you know everyone. Even when you lived in towns. I mean, when I lived in cities, I lived in sort of like quite an inner city sort of thing. But I knew everyone in our little village, if you know what I mean, within the town, within the city. Within my village, I know everybody that lives here, and except for one or two sort of like really, really quite posh people. I remember I met a chap once, and I was walking down the road, and he said, "Oh, and I said, sorry, mate, I can't understand a fucking word you said." And no, but he said, "Oh, so and so." I said, "Are you just on holiday? You living around?" He said, I live down here my whole life." And I said, "Oh, right, okay. We obviously do not turn in the same circles, do we?" And it turned out that he had been living around there for a long time, but he had offices and flats in London and things like that. He was super, super, super wealthy, upper class, and so no, we didn't turn in the same circles. But everybody else, you know. Now, last night I went for a walk with the dogs. Now, before the lockdown, I could go for a walk with the dogs in the evening. And it's only about a mile and a bit, the walk, just round the block and back, through the woods and into the thing and boof, back. And you wouldn't see anybody. So I could take my headphones, biffed up, and go up there. There's a little bench I could sit on, listen to some music, have a little bifter, and just carry on walking. Hey, everything's lovely, nice, quiet, peaceful time. And when the lockdown came, sure enough, sometimes I'd go out in the evening. When I wouldn't been out in the morning, I'd go out in the evening, and same sort of MO, and fine, see nobody. So last night I thought, I'm feeling a little bit better, and I said to my partner, I said, I can go out. I think I can walk around without having to collapse and get the cavalry to come and take me home, get the van out and come and throw me in the back, and so I go out for a walk, and sure enough, I rode a little doobie, and off I go up the road. That was the last of it, by the way. Now out, and yes, the great crisis of 2020, and it was like Piccadilly Circus. I saw family groups, I saw couples, I saw lone walkers, and I didn't recognise a single person. Not one. And they all said goodbye. So basically there's been a big flight from the cities, and these second homers have all come down here, because we've got a big problem with second homers. I think about nearly up to a third of the village is second homers. I don't know, it might be a bit of exaggeration, or 20% of the village are second homers. But what they've done is they brought their whole families down with them, and they've sort of like brought their disease-ridden families down to here, and they're sort of locked in here. So it was weird. Now, I'm not a sort of person that sort of says, because to be quite honest, I think if you're going to get something, if a bullet's got your name on it, you're going to get it, okay? So I'm not going to go, "You're not from around these parts," or anything like that, But I did say that to one person the other day when I was sitting down in the car park having a cup of tea on the back of the van, because it's a sunspot, and some man and woman came by, and they were reading a map, trying to find somewhere. And I said, yeah, you're not from this village, are you? And they said, whew. Their reaction was quite aggressive, like, sort of like quite, how dare you? How dare you? I said, well, he said, we live here. And I said, well, you needing a map to get round this village. It's tiny. Anyway, so that's it. So I'm not going to talk about COVID-19 because I've just stopped completely following it. I'm just going to wait for a little while, and I think I've got to go back down to work today, down my nearest work, and do a little bit of work, which is really, really good. And I'm going to start getting back really, really slowly. Peace and love, stay safe, and get out and enjoy that vitamin D. Did you know 10 minutes on your forearms of sunshine in the day gives you enough vitamin D to get through that one day? 10 minutes on the forearms. That's all you need, okay, each day. But if you go more and your body builds up, and it can use it. It can use that vitamin D and helps with your immune system. Peace and love, people. I've been making music. There's a track called Tonight. I'll put a link in the bottom in this video somewhere. Okay, where you can just click on it. Tell me what you think if you listen to it. And I've got another one called Flowers that we've been recording. I've been mixing and everything like that. I like that. But Tonight is a hit in my village because we posted it on the Facebook page of the village. You got a little group, and it's a hit from the village, which is good. Victory. Love ya. Bye.